The only team in my mind who can run for the regular season against Kentucky is the Tennessee Volunteers. I think there's a really strong opportunity for Tennessee to make a shine in the SEC in the regular season, giving themselves a nice high seed for the tournament. And I think that revolves around, I know there's not a lot of postseason experience, if you will, on this squad, but I think it revolves around Tyreek Key. I think Tyreek Key is going to be one of those players that really steps up and plays really well for them coming in from Indiana State. I know that he didn't play last year because of a shoulder injury. He did have, I think he had surgery on it as well. He missed the entire season last year, but in 2021, he was the All Mountain Valley Performer of the Year, right? So this is something to keep in mind. Tennessee is one of those teams that are interesting to me. I just think that there's a lot of good things about them, and they can just shock you. I think they can just shock you and really find a way to win ball games. And in this case, I think they have an opportunity to really run with Kentucky and other teams in the SEC and maybe be the top team once it's all said and done here heading into March, Steve.
Tennessee is another team where you got to think defense. And Rick Barnes has done a great job everywhere he has been getting players to buy into you got to focus on the defensive end, and then the offense will come. I think Rick Barnes, not that he's going to lose his job, but Rick Barnes, just for his own sanity, needs to get rid of that elephant in the barn, if you will, where his teams do great in the regular season, do great in conference team, do great in in conference tournaments, and then just fizzle out in the NCAAs. That has just been the path that a lot of his teams do. And some people will argue that because they are so aggressive defensively and they never let out up for a minute, that this wears his players down so that when it comes down by the time the NCAA tournament begins, they just don't have much left in the tank. I think it's a little bit melodramatic, but I think Barnes has a team now that can maybe put that to rest. And certainly in the regular season, they're going to be running with Kentucky, the whole way. And I'm going to put Arkansas there as well. Santiago Vescovi, he's the most dangerous perimeter player, certainly their best three-point shooter by far. If he can really fulfill if he can reach that high ceiling that I really believe that he has, I think now it adds another dimension to Tennessee where it's not just winning on defense. Now they can drill some threes. Zakai Ziegler, he's going to handle the point. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't really turn the ball over much. He'll be able to get the ball inside when he needs to do that. Julian Phillips is their big 5-star recruit, and by all accounts, he's a Rick Barnes guy. He's a guy that Rick Barnes is going to get the absolute most of, and he's a guy that, with time, may have an NBA future as well. So I agree with you. Tennessee is no slouch, and Tennessee is going to be there.
I can see this team as a 24-win team overall, having a very good conference record of like 14-4, 15-3, really doing well in the conference. What I'm really excited for is their non-conference game week before Christmas against Arizona. That's going to be a really fun one. And if you've heard our Arizona preview, you know how high we are on that team. And then hearing us hear about Tennessee, that one should be really fun.